Now let's take a look at using these simplified setups. Simplified setups allow you to automatically set up mandatory and commonly used business-related processes and objects within the system. Simplified setup reduces the need for users to access functional setup manager to perform everyday tasks before enabling this. Some of the objects in the system. Setup objects are segmented into a couple of different groups, those dependent on an inventory org and those that are not. Setup objects that are dependent on inventory org are automatically created when a user creates an inventory organization with the simplified setup steps. For example, an inventory org is created, it automatically creates setup objects like your sub-inventories, receiving parameters, manufacturing parameters if you're going to do manufacturing in an org. Seeded data is used for setup objects that are not dependent on inventory organizations, things like transaction reasons, pick slip grouping rules, release sequence rules. Simplified setup provides an auto query capability for many setup activities. When users access the setup tasks in the setup and maintenance work area, the existing data is automatically presented to their users in the Manage Page search results. Hopefully this will help speed the process up. Simplified setup, sometimes referred to as the quick setup, is used by the implementation team to quickly set up data to demonstrate the applications of business flows. However, it can be used in environments where existing applications are present. This can be done by using reference data, which refers or differs a little bit from the seeded data. The reference data is like seeded data, but is only used by the simplified setup and only is used when you're creating the business objects. This approach means that there are never conflicts with existing customer data. The reference data is copied over once to serve as the starting set of information for automated business object creation. The goal is to minimize the amount of data needed when manually creating any new business objects, and objects are created through the simplified steps. They are no different than what you would manually create. Just using the simplified or quick setup should speed up the process and make it easier. Some of the benefits using this accelerated process will reduce the number of steps. It'll speed the process up, especially if you're implementing inventory and manufacturing inventory orgs. You can set up objects that are created automatically in inventory, receiving, shipping. If you're using manufacturing, resources, work centers, plant parameters, can automatically be created when you enable the itty-bitty checkbox for manufacturing, and search capabilities have been enhanced to use auto query in several of the inventory management user interfaces. A little bit about the setup of common components. So when you click on the quick setup icon, new task automatically creates several of the most common business objects within the supply chain and triggers a mechanism to default many of the inventory management, receiving, and manufacturing setups in a new org. The result is a step-by-step guide process that flows through the process to quickly create multiple business objects. In a new cloud instance, this expectation of the users can complete things in seconds rather than minutes or hours. The setup of facility schedule, also referred to as the calendar, is automated to set up over 30 common units of measure in available reference data to be copied into an instance. The master org can be set up in one or more